I'm finna whip this hoe.
Alright, so boom. As soon as I started filming, it decided to start raining, so apparently it's just gonna probably sound like shit, but it's okay because this is my first video. It's your boy, Reese Man, sometimes confused with Morgan Freeman. I promised you guys I'd finally make a channel, so here I am. After months of ridicule from the people of the blue-haired community, I have finally decided to pick up the camera and make my first YouTube video. So let's get right into it. I just want to make sure that I start the video off without offending anybody. So, hello? How are you guys?
Guys, what about the females and non-binaries who are trying to watch your video and enjoy themselves? This is so insensitive.
One day in 2016, I went off to first year university and everyone was chilling. I mean, no one would cancel anybody and humor was humor. I don't know exactly when or how this happened, you know what I'm saying? But I woke up and everyone's offended by some shit. 1 minute we're chilling and the next minute I wake up and we're in a pussy world where everyone is offended and canceling people over some shit. I scroll TikTok, I scroll YouTube, I scroll Twitter. There's always someone complaining.
To the Samsung GH-V6000 community because you don't like the shape of our ice cubes.
And every day, as a normal, functioning human being, I ask myself, is there more to life than being offended by something and trying to cancel people for it? You're getting mad at a 15-second video on a phone screen that you can turn off if you want?
Can't believe you would make this statement and make fun of people without the use of thumbs to be able to use a button to turn off their device.
I said, turn off your phone screen or just scroll past it if you don't like what you see.
Exactly. So what you're saying is that you're actually superior to those people who don't have opposable thumbs, which are monkeys, so you're a white supremacist.
But why though? Why are you offended? I can bet my last maple syrup smelling Canadian $100 bill that you're not actually offended by what people are saying. You could care less. The effort it takes for you to post those little colorful sheep rhetoric things on your Instagram stories is probably more effort than you put into most things you do. What's happening right now is a crazy natural phenomenon. Not the northern lights, not the algae blooms, not the migration of the great African hippopotamuses. You are bored. That's right, you're bored. I saw a video recently that actually summed this up perfectly, and I'm kind of gonna expand on it a little bit. Seeing as this cancel culture actually kind of tried to fuck with my life for a little bit after I was canceled off TikTok a couple months ago. Behind every cancellation TikTok or behind every person who's throwing an offended tweet or an offended Instagram post is a boring person living their boring life, bored out of their boring minds. They're picking their boring nose and wiping the goobers all over their bed, and then all of a sudden they realize, hey, I've been picking my nose and wiping it on my bed for the last hour and now I'm dirty like a child and now I need to feel something. Hey, let me get mad real quick. Or maybe you're just looking for validation from all the boring ass people just like you. So you send out an Instagram story or you send out a tweet or you send out a TikTok so that you can get likes and recognition from all the other boring ass people who are currently doing the same thing as you. And guess who finally gets to feel validated? It's you! Temporarily. I'm sorry your parents didn't love you. This doesn't make you right. And just because there's also people on social media who agree with you and your opinion does not necessarily also make you right. The minute you wake up and realize that even some of your closest people around you have been shaped by different experiences and different upbringings is the minute you stop taking shit so goddamn personal. I remember last year my homie brought home a girl whom, despite a lot of the red flags, we were all very accepting of. We went out of our way to hang out with her and make her feel accepted by us. She seemed cool, but she had a lot of differing political and social ideologies than me and the rest of my friends had. But that was fine. Me and my friends stayed close and stayed supportive, as a rational, normal human being does. I thought everything was all well and good until the absolute curveball of my life. And no, I'm not talking about her stealing hundreds of dollars of designer clothing from my friends. One is that her nose was the size of my Black Series Collector's Edition Darth Vader lightsaber, you know what I'm saying? Two, she believed with every last fiber in her body that I was, I think she called me a racist, a misogynist, speciesist, hateful towards koalas and hippopotamuses and traveling gypsies because of some jokes that I posted on my account. Sometimes I see some offended tweets and I see some offended videos and Instagrams and I think, God damn, man, You took this, how did you get there? Imagine if you started putting that energy into other things. You actually start painting good. People in the streets are gonna call you painting guy because they know that you paint because you paint good. The minute Bill Gates decided that he wanted to go start Microsoft, he didn't sit down and say, wait, but I have to yell at people over the internet for the fact that they don't believe in what I believe in first. Next thing you know, boom, no laptops, no cool Windows XP startup sound, no technological corporation focused on the betterment of human beings because he wasn't doing anything with his offended posts. You might as well actually just sit in your bed and poop up all on yourself and then just sit in the poop for a little bit, and that will actually have the same effect on the world as you going out and posting some online about something you didn't like. Other than probably the rash. So you're asking me while you're watching this, what else can I do rather than writing an offended tweet or signing a petition on change.org? Get up and do something proper. And if the world actually really agrees with your opinions, then maybe it'll pay off. If you're actually about this rather than just the attention, then use your platform and use your energy to go out and do something constructive in the community or in the social situation that you are so passionate about. An Instagram story takes 10 seconds out of your miserable, depressing life to do. And that doesn't seem very heroic to me. But you guys seem to think that you're heroes for attacking people who don't agree with you or for posting rhetoric online that makes absolutely no sense to anybody but your small, minute group of people who you support. Ask yourself what you're really seeking from this offended post. Is it really social justice? Do you want to start some protests? Are you just seeking attention? Do you want a letter from the little half brown boy on TikTok is bad community? Did your parents go out of their way to make the boom boom dance dance with no pants music to bring you into the world? To just be aimlessly mad about everything and anything? To pull words right out of your asshole and then just add a red heart emoji at the end or a sparkle emoji and just assume that that makes you correct?
Oh my god, it's the way I feel. Stop discrediting my emotions. You're a privileged idiot who thinks he can walk around all over without any repercussions. I feel really threatened and triggered in a scary way, and I'm getting flashbacks to someone I didn't even know but I can relate to because they also tweeted about it.
My final word on the subject is, as I was driving here, I passed a crackhead. Now, this crackhead actually currently thinks that he's a cow in a field, because he's so high, he thinks he's a cow. Now, I'm saying he's not a cow. He's a human being. He's just on crack. But he's sitting there, mooing in the middle of a parking lot, high as shit. But the reason he feels like he's a cow is as a result of the weird mind-altering drugs that he took 30 to 45 minutes beforehand that has tricked his psyche and his mind into thinking that he is actually a barnyard animal. The point is, I know you feel offended, or else you wouldn't have sat there for 5 minutes and rubbed your two brain cells together to try and formulate a tweet or a TikTok with big words that you don't understand to express your alleged displeasure. I just think the reason that you're offended is because your mind is under the influence that the other 8 billion people currently on the planet think the exact same thing as you. To be able to tiptoe around your own insecurities. You want people to godify and worship your ideologies, which funnily enough most of the time is some of the things that you're trying to combat in your angry posts anyways. If you get offended because someone else has a slightly different opinion or a slightly different sense of humor from yourself and voices it or expresses it in a way that you don't actually understand and subsequently take offense to it, it may just be that you're a weak individual. If you can't step on the internet, a place where every single person with a Wi-Fi signal has a voice and the right to their own opinions and ideologies and humor, and accept other people's stances as well as your own, then maybe this just isn't the place for you. Anyways, that's enough of my rant for today. I know that this video is probably not the first video that a lot of you were expecting to come out of my channel, but I feel like, especially in today's social climate, this is really important for people to be able to say. I promise the next video will probably be a lot more fun. I'm trying to think of some ideas for vlogs to come soon because, you know, depending on how this video does, I actually would like to start doing YouTube relatively seriously. Anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's taking care. Keep yourself safe from the corona craziness. Make sure that you always have a mask on you just in case. And hopefully this pandemic should all be over soon. All right, peace.